out in the freezing cold park opening day that we
Yay.
have.
We didn't know.
I am Joe Restuccia, Executive Director of Clinton Housing Development Company, and we're opening Theresas Park today. This is an incredible effort that is really the marrying of the old and the new. This is a project of Cultivate HKNY, a project of Clinton Housing, that is working with the community, with long-term residents, with new businesses, and with community organizations to bring really the sense of community that we have always had in Hell's Kitchen and to make it deeper every day. And opening this little tiny park. And we do things in small increments, but they add up to a lot of big things that happen here. So this is an incredible thing to do, to open a tiny park on a piece of Port Authority land. And I want to first introduce State Senator Brett Hoyer.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. It is a delight to be here today. I cannot feel my outer extremities, but putting that aside, the cider, the carrot cake, Meryl, you've done a terrific job with this, the landscaping. But Shanti, I really have to credit you for your perseverance, and DC for the support and the design, and Mark Fisher, and of course my colleague in government, Dick Gottfried, who's been a longtime champion of everything Hell's Kitchen related. As a relative newcomer to elective office, in just a year, I've seen Shanti and her team transform this oasis in this dense urban area into something really, really delightful that I know Teresa would be so proud today, and I know she's looking down on us as we celebrate this. This was her vision to bring it back to what it was, and I think you've done that superbly. So this, in combination with the key park idea, is just a fantastic public-private partnership. Community Board 4 and Christine, your vision, and working with the Port Authority so closely as you have is a real inspiration to me too. We're going to continue to work with the Port Authority. I'm sorry they're not here today, but we're going to make sure that we get the insurance straightened out and that this is a park that everyone in the neighborhood will enjoy for generations to come. So congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
And State Assembly member Dick Gottfried.
Yay.
Well, a long-term Hell's Kitchen supporter.
This is truly a grand opening, and this really does show what a community can do, what this community does do. And I was here very briefly lugging a couple of these rocks into place, but mostly I was able to see how much the enormous amount of work done by so many community volunteers putting the rocks in place and moving the dirt and laying the stones here. It's just such a wonderful effort. I do want to, this isn't a day for politics, but I want to just make one promise on behalf of our newly elected mayor. And I can guarantee you that when Bill de Blasio takes office in January, it'll take a little bit, but within about 2 or 3 months, it will be warmer. I
Our council member elect is not here yet. Hopefully he'll be here in a few moments. But I want to note that the partnership between the community organizations here has been remarkable. Hell's Kitchen Neighborhood Association, Clinton Housing Development Company, the Community Board. We rebuilt this park not once but twice. This was conceived by the Hell's Kitchen Neighborhood Association.
Yay, Kathleen Trier, yay!
We have done things here that literally people said, this is a little piece, why do you want to bother with this? We rebuilt it more than 15 years ago, and we rebuilt it again. And it is the combination of working with this incredible community together that makes a difference. Christine Berthet for Community Board 4.
Thank you. So I can't say enough about CHDC and Cultivate Hell's Kitchen, which has done such a great job. HKNA, which is really spearheaded, taking the lease from the land, and everyone in the community. This is what Community Board 4 is about. This is what our community is about. Is doing incredible things very quietly, not a big deal, but at the end of the day, everything adds up together, and it makes a big difference in the life of everyone. So thank you, Joe, thank you, Shanti, thank you, Kathleen, and thank you for our elected for helping us so much every day, bringing things together.
And we've had a very special new partner in this process, Mark Fisher Fitness next door, and this is Mark Fisher himself.
Yes.
Are you
And
fit,
they
Mark?
undertook,
I hope so.
They undertook a major fundraising campaign, and within like the snap of a finger, brought in over $10,000.
Amen.
Yeah.
Great,
It's an
great,
amazing
great,
thing.
great,
Mark.
great.
Thank you. So hi everyone. I'll keep this short because I know that you're all cold, but I really,
really.
honestly just want to thank Shanti and the CD8C for asking us to be a part of this. Mark Fisher Fitness is not a very conventional gym or business, and if you have an opportunity, check out our website, but maybe don't do it while you're at work. It's not necessarily safe for work, but community is a very important part of what we do at Mark Fisher Fitness. So we're just honored to be part of this. We're the new kids on the block. We know we've only been here for not even 2 years yet, and we're so happy to be a part of the creation of this park. I also want to thank, she's not here today, but Daniel Azalea, who's one of our super ninjas, which is what we call our clients, and my business partner, Michael Keeler. They really the ones who spearheaded this whole thing, and it was really an honor. When we put up the Kickstarter, some of you know, we actually broke Kickstarter. Actually, the ninjas and the Broadway community, which is a population we work a lot with, so many people tweeted in Facebook that we actually broke Kickstarter. So it was a real honor, and we're just happy to have this next to our beloved home. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Cool.
And you know, this park was built by volunteers from the neighborhood, by volunteers from Mark Fisher, by volunteers from other folks like Metro Baptist Church and Master Metro Ministries. They sent people here to move dirt. Employees of Clinton Housing came and moved dirt, all kinds of community volunteers. But there are two more people that are very important to thank, because the park's not quite done. The park's going to have two major pieces of sculpture in it, and one is a sign. And so what's a sign? What's a big deal? Actually, in 1991, a famous slaughterhouse on West 39th Street and 11th Avenue was demolished. The community board secured the salvage of all the major architectural elements from that, and there is a sign that is a 30-foot long limestone sign that will run along this wall that is from the New York Butcher's Dressed Meat Company from 1905. And it's a great piece to say that we're here in this neighborhood changes, but it still stays the same. And the other piece is Vera Lightstone. Vera Lightstone is a long-term community member. She moved recently. She's a well-known sculptor, and she has lived on 39th Street for a very, very long time, over 30 years, and was one of the founders of the Hell's Kitchen Neighborhood Association.
That's right.
And she has donated to the park a beautiful bronze sculpture called Flute Song of a wonderful woman that's going to sit at the end of the park, because we are determined, it's up there on the poster, that even though this is a park surrounded by bus ramps, it can be a place just to be contemplative and sit and have a good time. So thank you, Vera, for that. And then, to end, very important, the park is Theresa's Park. And it's Theresa's Park because the Mattia family has lived across the street since the early 1960s. Mario is here, and Giovanni. And Carmine. And Carmine is here, sorry. And for those of us who knew Teresa, I knew her only since 1979, when she worked in the bakery at Casa Italian. And she was an absolute well-known person on 9th Avenue and over here on 39th Street. She lives across the street from this park. Mario was a small little boy when we did this the first time, and he fell in love with this park, and he and his grandfather and Teresa were here all the time, dragging a hose across the street to water it. The idea that we're honoring Teresa, who passed away much too soon in her life, is an amazing thing to do, and the fact that we're honoring them, who have stayed on this block through thick and thin, is the most important thing. So to them, and Teresa, thank you all for coming today. We really appreciate it. Have something to eat and then go home, because it's too cold.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Oh, Jeff. Went around
Parks to the Mattia family.
Yeah,
In honor of Teresa.
that's it, guys. That's it.
I guess you guys look right over here.
Oh, good.
Good?
Yeah, we like that. Now you can go home. Yeah, absolutely. So clear. I love them like family. Well, yeah, no. Gotta have drug pushes.
bravo Giovanni.